Hey there you, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's pick a card reading. In today's reading, we will be addressing what obstacle is being removed from your life right now. And I am very excited to do this reading as always. I'm very happy to be able to come forward to deliver these messages to you and to see what Spirit has to say, and to offer the guidance that Spirit wants to give you through me. I really felt called to do this reading, and I really feel like this is something that is going to deliver a message that you need to hear. And as you can see, there are 4 groups for you to choose from, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to each of the piles. So pile number 1, you are being represented by this card over here. This is New Beginnings with number 1. And the crystal for pile number 1 is this little tiger's eye crystal. Pile number 2, you are being represented by this card here with Belonging with the number 41. And this little Mookaite jasper crystal. Really tiny. Pile number 3, you're being represented by this card here with the number 5 with Energetic Movement. And we have Opalite representing you. I just noticed pile 2 is 41 and pile 3 is 5, and 4 plus 1 is 5. So if you're drawn to both of these piles, I feel like that could be significant. Also, I'm looking at like a mirroring image right here. And it is only for those of you who feel called to. Since it's a general reading, feel free to go with your gut only. Oh, and also pile 4 is also 3 plus 2 is also 5. Yeah, lots of 5s here. Okay, something that is coming through already, and I feel like Spirit wants you to know this while selecting today's pile. Anyway, so pile number 4, you are represented by this card here with Steadfastness and the number 32. And the crystal representing you is this little sodalite crystal over here. So these are the piles for today. Whenever you're ready, the timestamps are in the description box below. And I will go ahead and see you in your reading. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here with me and sharing this space with me and allowing me to deliver today's message for you and just see what wants to come through. So you chose this card here with the number 1 and New Beginnings and the Tiger's Eye crystal. This card represents, as you can see, new beginnings, but it can also represent endings. So one thing that I do already see for you with this card here is that you are probably most likely being given the courage to close out the chapters that you're being called to close out right now. And you're being given the strength to start this new beginning. I feel that the obstacle that's being removed from you is just how your life is looking right now, or just how things are in your surroundings right now. It's different for different people, of course. You would know what I'm talking about here, because you know the truth in your heart, you know your reality in your heart. And I feel that whatever it is that you have subscribed to in the past is not serving you anymore and has become an obstacle for you, for new blessings to come in, for new things to come in. So that is the obstacle that is being removed from you, from your life. Pile number 1. Let's see what wants to come through. So I already have your cards shuffled and ready. We will be looking at a lot of tarot cards, a lot of tarot today, and then towards the end will be there are 3 oracle cards that I pulled out to see what wants to come through later, but for now let's just see what we have here. Okay, we're starting off with the Tower, Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, Wheel of Fortune again, the Hermit, the Seven of Swords under this Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Magician. Let me just quickly see if all the cards are visible in the camera. Yeah, we're looking good. There are major shifts and changes happening in your life right now, pile number 1. And if you cannot understand why most of these things are happening, it is because a lot of the things that you're experiencing right now is divine intervention. And this divine intervention is here to pull you out of deceiving yourself, pull you out of it's pulling you out of you not being able to see yourself. The obstacles that are being removed from your life right now are things that were in the way of you really seeing yourself as who you are. And these things are really random and also very unexpected, because when we don't know ourselves and when we don't know who we are, when we don't know ourselves on that level, it's really easy for us to not understand when we are doing something that is not true to us, or when we are following something that will not bring us the fulfillment that we are desiring. And I feel that what is happening, the obstacles that are being removed from your life right now, are exactly these things that are in your way of seeing yourself clearly. There is something very, very clear here about seeing yourself and seeing yourself right. I really feel that pile number 1, you are a very powerful person. You're a very powerful individual. You can make your dreams into realities. You can manifest many things according to what brings you fulfillment. And these obstacles that are in the way may be making you feel very powerless, maybe making you not see these things about yourself. And this ability to really be very detail oriented in your approach, being very particular and persistent with your approach, but I feel that this particular approach to yourself of being very critical is also something that is ending here, because this criticism energy that you have within yourself, it is actually not something that is wrong with you. It is actually here for you to use it for your benefit. So what I'm getting is that you may be a very detail oriented, very focused, a little bit critical, not in the negative sense of the word at all, just really aware of every little thing that's happening around you. And there may be this thing about you seeing it as a bad thing, but it's not really a bad thing. You are created with all of these wonderful, beautiful qualities so that you can use it for your benefit. And sometimes when our when our perception is distorted, we don't see our good to be good things. We don't see our strengths to be strengths. We see them as weakness, but that is not true. Those are just things that we believe that we just believe that we're not good enough sometimes, because there could be so many reasons, but I really feel that the main idea here is just the fact that you believing in it in the first place means that you're not seeing yourself as who you really are. And with the Temperance and the Hermit being here, I really feel that you're coming into this place where you're finding so much peace within. And needless to say, the fact that the Tower is here, this is just confirming in the beginning of what I was picking up, that some things are being destroyed so that your true self can emerge. But regardless, I feel that these obstacles are being removed so that you can fall more into deeper peace within yourself. And this deep peace within yourself is something that is really necessary for you. I feel like it's a long time coming. I feel like it is something that was needed for you. A much needed peace from within. Because I feel that the divine is taking over in this way, because needless to say, 7 out of the 8 cards are major arcanas here, where Wheel of Fortune is coming out twice. So there is a strong message of your luck changing. I'm also getting this feeling of money coming in, and usually when I get messages like that, of course, it's not just waiting around and allowing all of these things to come in. I feel that there is also this thing about working with the universe to claim your blessings. And I feel like this is what is Spirit wanting to show you by all of these divine interventions, by clearing out and removing all of these things that are in the way of you seeing who you are, of you seeing your abilities, so that you know exactly what to do in regards to your personal situation and your personal Tower moment or moments. I feel that it's just not in one area of your life. Energetically, I'm feeling that it's in multiple areas of your life. And I'm also feeling that whatever it is that you're experiencing, it has pulled you deep within and really making you question and explore. So what am I? What do I have within me? How can I make the most of it? And I feel that there is this thing that I'm getting where Spirit may have almost removed you from a lot of situations, and it is just to bring you to a space where you can sit with yourself and really understand yourself in a way that is not influenced by anything around you or anyone else. I'm also feeling that Spirit is really telling you that please don't feel lonely, because you're not alone. It may seem like you're alone, or it may feel like you're just by yourself and no one's here. It's just something that I'm getting here with this Hermit card, is that the fact that it's here and the way that she's shining her light outward, I really feel that this is actually reminding me of fairies from Peter Pan. where it is said that every time you stop believing in a fairy, it dies. I feel that what is coming through here is that keep that fairy inside of you alive, and Spirit is doing everything it can to do that and remove you from people who don't believe in you. I feel that you have, or situations that don't believe in you, or circumstances that don't believe in you. And by that I mean things, circumstances and situations can manifest that way because it is just a place where we end up sometimes where we are not appreciated or loved, because that's the whole point. It is just to amplify that from, according to Spirit, like that is the way that the universe communicates with you sometimes, that you're here in this place where you're not feeling loved or appreciated because, and it's because they don't, and it's also because you didn't realize that they don't. There will be so many situations, so many circumstances in your life where it will happen, that option, that opportunity will be presented to you, that right here you will not be appreciated, but there is this false hope that is given that you're going to get what you need. And that is just the ego's way of kind of trapping you. And this always happen when you don't know yourself. And I feel that Spirit is bringing you into so much deeper peace and so much deep recognition of who you are, so that you do not fall for these situations anymore, so you do not find yourself in these places anymore and feel this way anymore. These feelings are amplified right now because there's just something here that Spirit wants you to see through feeling these things. And in experiencing these things, you will know how amazing you really are and how much you can truly achieve. And the things in your life that's been really keeping you stuck and stagnant, those are the things that are falling apart. So it could be so many things, like I'm picking up on work, marriage, family, love connections, but I don't know, marriage is really strong here because a marriage does signify a lot of different it's a marriage. It's like so many different areas. You're coming together with another person in so many different areas, and that is like one really fast way to learn this lesson that is coming through here. But what is really entering your life is this knowing that it's not just an obstacle being removed from you. It is also this recognition that is coming to you, so that this obstacle never comes in your way ever again, because you're growing stronger and you're growing wiser. And it may not feel like that. So there is like different levels of this manifestation, and it's not going to feel like that at all right now. And that is the whole purpose. You're not meant to feel good right now. You're not meant to feel this way right now, because how could you? It's not practically possible. But in being here, you're going to find the steps that is necessary for you to see yourself. Because deep down, what I'm picking up here is that you're always connected with Source. You're always connected with the divine, which means that you always know. As these obstacles are being removed from your energy, from your life, and as you start to see it more and more, this obstacle is going to be removed through your own action, through you seeing yourself clearly, through you taking on responsibility and being brave and simply just charging through all of it. And of course, you're not doing it alone. You will feel so much energetic support as you keep doing it. And the more energetic support you get as you keep doing it, it basically means that you're doing the right thing. It is not a difficult, it's not an easy thing to experience, but you are experiencing this because you're brave enough. Pile number 1, I feel like Spirit really wants to remind you that you are brave enough. And it's because you're brave enough, you have taken on this challenge, you have called on this obstacle being removed, which is why so many divine intervention is happening. And it's because you called it in, because you are that powerful. You manifested this thing to happen. And it may not happen in the way that you imagined it to be. And that's always the case because our minds are always limited to our material reality. But our spirit and our heart, it always knows, because it can always find that inner, you can find that through that inner compass of what feels peaceful and makes me feel like I'm meant to be here. And Spirit is saying that whenever things are breaking down in your life, just know that it was never meant for you, and that it was never meant to serve your highest good. And it was meant to be released because it wasn't bringing you the peace. You thought that it would bring you the peace, but it didn't. Spirit is also giving you the courage to let things go. Let excuse me, let very difficult things go. And I really feel like just because you're letting go of this thing that is, where you had so much investment towards, where you invested so much in, and where you had hopes and dreams regarding so much about the situation, it didn't, once again, if it didn't believe in you, if whatever this tower is, if it didn't believe in your power, if it didn't believe in you, if it didn't want to support you and want to be your structure, want to be your foundation, then it was because if it's a person, then their heart was just not in the right place for you. And Spirit is really wanting you to see that it was just not going to bring you whatever it is that you are searching for and looking for. So these are the things that are just being rooted out completely. I'm also getting this message of just charging through. Yeah, I feel like this is all I'm seeing so far from here. Let's take a look at your closing messages and advice cards and what else wants to come through. We have by the book with the 11, 1, 1, 1. You may be seeing a lot of ones. We have 1 here. We have a lot of 10s. Temperance. I don't know what temperance is. Chariot is 7. We have 14 and we have 16. Which is also 7. 14 adds up to 5. And we have 10 again with Unfinished Symphony. And we have Higher Power. I love that we have Higher Power here. because it is synchronistic of all of these major arcana showing up in this reading. With Unfinished Symphony, I am getting this message of things not being over for you, even though it feels like things are coming to a crashing halt, and that things are changing, and that things are just taking a completely different turn in your life. And it doesn't mean that things are over. It doesn't mean that that's the end of it. It just means that it's a new beginning, and you're being redirected because your passion, your existence, it will keep going on, and the higher power will always support you. I'm also getting this feeling that there may be something that you need to close out with with the tower energy here. So whatever this is addressing with this obstacle, there is something that needs to be closed out here, and Spirit is helping you close it off, close that chapter. We have by the book here. To close that chapter. There is an advice here with by the book that to move out of the situation, to move out of feeling like this, there is discipline required. There is by the book methods that is required here. They can really, really help you move out of this obstacle and accelerate the process. And I'm really seeing that because of the 1 and 1 1, it's like it's a vibrational thing, because there's like 1 and then it's like a continuation of that vibration. So and of course elephants again. I really feel that as you keep doing things by the book, keeping things organized, keeping it real, and being very present with what's happening around you, which means like very simple things. It could mean making sure where your money is going. So if you are not very aware of how where your finances are going, maybe you're subscribed to certain things that you don't use. No, that's just an example, but things like that, Spirit is really saying that be attentive and do things by the book, because that is something that would really help you accelerate this the removal of this obstacle. It'll really accelerate it. I feel like there's a little bit more. This is also giving me a new beginning energy, like a new beginning coming also again. Because of this egg here, it's reminding me of, if you read tarot, if you're of course you're watching this, but the Fool card on the deck. I don't know why this is reminding me of the Fool, but it's also about really taking that, being courageous is also something that is coming through here. So if you are feeling courageous about doing something to get yourself out of any situation regarding this obstacle, Spirit is like, follow that courage that you're receiving, because it is divinely given to you, and that is part of you removing this obstacle here. I feel that your inner knowing is really shining through right now. And just keep going, pile number 1. And that's really, I really want to say that to you. Just keep going. With these energies here, I really don't feel that anything is stopping you. In fact, if you try to reverse this process or stop it or delay it, that is what's going to hurt more than anything. That is what's really going to affect you more than following it through, because following it through is much more easier, it's much more satisfying, and it will get you out of this. And the following it through message is really strengthened by this card here with by the book. This is all I have for you, pile number one. Sending you a lot of love, so much love, a lot of good luck. And yeah, this is all I have for you. Thank you so very much once again. And I hope to see you in the next one. Welcome to your reading, pile number two. If you chose this card here with the 41 and belonging and this Mukai Jasper crystal, this is your reading. So today we are looking at what obstacle is being removed from your life right now. I feel already that the fact that you have chosen this card is talking about, of course, a sense of belonging, but it's a little bit more than just your sense of belonging. I feel that it is also about removing your attachment to how you perceive yourself to be, removing attachment to how others see you to be. I feel that other people over here for this pile is very significant. Community, friends, family. I feel that this message here is regards to that mostly. I'm also getting a message about blessings here, but let's just see what wants to come through with the cards. And I have already shuffled and pre-pulled the cards for you today, and we're gonna be doing a lot of tarot decks, a lot of tarot cards, and then towards the end there are 3 cards that I have pulled for advice and closing messages that I will bring to the camera towards you know, after reading these cards, when we're ready to see them. So the first card we have is King of Cups, the High Priestess, the Tower, the Lovers, Eight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Pile number 2, I'm looking at these cards. You can't see my face, but I'm smiling because I feel very happy for you right now. And it was, I see why I was being shown these blessings here. What is being removed from your life right now are obstacles to your blessings, are obstacles to love, basically, and relationships, proper, good relationships. I feel that I'm really happy to deliver this message and to be the one to do that, because I really feel that you have been in a place where you didn't feel that connection with others, and you didn't feel that sense of belonging with others. You may have experienced a lot of connections, but they were fleeting, they would come and go. Or all these connections that you've had, these connections were they were not on a deeper level. They did not touch your heart. They did not make you feel anything. Even maybe in love connections, it was very difficult for you to feel feelings, feel deeper feelings for your partners, for some of you. And you may have questioned, why is it that I am not feeling good or happy? I have everything. I can want, but why am I still not feeling that I'm happy? And I feel that this is what is being removed from your life right now, this dull feeling of not being able to feel feelings, or not being able to connect, of not being able to communicate your heart with others, express yourself freely, be around the people who value the connection that the two of you have. And I feel that whatever that was blocking this is being removed from your life. And as a result, you may be in the process of walking away from things that you can just tell that this is not serving my highest good. It's not serving my happiness. It's not serving my vitality. It's not making me feel good. It's making me feel so bad. And it is not really about the connection itself. It's just that it's not meant for me, and I'm okay that it's not meant for me, because I would rather admit that it's not meant for me than not admit that it, than not admit it. And I feel that even though there is the Tower here, I feel like it's a much more peaceful energy where you are peacefully accepting it. Like, you know what? Fine. Okay. But this is not really it's not the way that I'm saying it. Like, it's not what you would say or how you would feel. Like, these are not the things that you would want to say, or you would be in that emotional space, but it's energetically speaking that you are seeing that that's okay. And I feel that there are more obstacles being removed when it comes to you wanting to be with a certain someone. And I feel that if you have someone in your life who you want to be with, there are obstacles being removed here with coming to this person. And it is completely because you are becoming a lot more confident in yourself. You're becoming a lot more happy within yourself, content within yourself, to show up for connections without any condition, to show up without any judgment, to show up just because you want to show up, and you know that it doesn't matter whether you're accepted or not. You will do it anyway, because that is for you. That is what you're doing for yourself. And if this connection is not meant for you, or if these people are not meant for you, then so be it. But I will not know. If you will not know if you don't try. And I feel that this is the energy that you're stepping into, to remove the obstacle that is coming towards you. I feel that, I really feel that you're a beautiful, gentle, generous soul, and you have given a lot in the past, but it's not stopping you from keep giving. I feel that it had for a short amount of time, or may not be that short, but I'm picking up mostly short, for a short amount of time. But because you have opened your heart up to give so much to others, to give so much love to others, that you are becoming very spiritually aware that it's not about you being received or perceived the wrong way. It's really just about who you're giving it to. And you will never know if you're giving it to the right person if you just don't give it in the first place. it really matters when you're giving your heart to someone and someone's really receiving it versus someone who's not receiving it. And you're gaining this perception, this spiritual maturity with this raven and this high priestess here. I've never seen this raven before. It's making you're receiving this intuitive ability to discern that it was never about you. And this energy is bringing forth a lot of blessings into your life. This energy is bringing forth a lot of connections in your life, even a romantic partner. It's a general reading, so with the love messages, please take it as it resonates. But I do feel that it's really just obstacles being removed from the connections that are meant for you, that are true to you, and being around people and surrounding yourselves around people who celebrate you, who really celebrate you, and who see that you are, I almost want to say, an enchanting being, because this is reminding me of the phoenix, even though it's got peacock wings. Maybe it is a phoenix. It's most likely a phoenix because it's the page of wands, sorry, the king of wands. But I feel that you are really coming into a space where spirit is, the divine is intervening to place you, pick you up from where you are, and then putting you in a place around the people who value you, who cherish you, who love you, who care for you. And this dull feeling that you have been feeling that I channeled in the beginning, you will realize why you were feeling those feelings in the first place, because you had all the reason to feel that way, because it was true that you were not received well. It was true that even though it was appearing that they did, they actually didn't. It was true that even though they were saying words such as I love you, but you didn't feel it because it wasn't from the heart. And we are really intelligent beings. We can always pick up on all of these things. And even as I read these cards for you, you can pick up on my energy, and you know in your heart where I'm coming from. And I never doubt your intelligence when it comes to that. And in fact, I always take that into consideration when I do my readings, because my readers are going to pick up on anything, literally anything, where I'm not showing up authentically, where I'm not showing up truthfully. And I make mistakes. People, like, very interestingly, one or two people do pick up on that sometimes, which is why I'm very open to receiving comments. I'm not afraid of that, because I do see that, oh yeah, I could have done better there. But this is because we're intelligent beings, and always believe in yourself there. Never doubt yourself there. And you're going to understand why that is once you start to experience these new connections in your life and these new people in your life, and you will know, oh, so this is why I didn't feel so good in my heart. This is why I didn't feel so right in my headspace. Like, it didn't feel right in my heart. My head was doing all these things because it wasn't just going crazy. It was because I was intuitively picking up the truth. We have the King of Cups energy, which is also giving me strong intellectual, strong inner knowing, claircognizant abilities, where you just know in your heart, you just know. And instead of gaslighting yourself, you're just going to walk away from these connections. Energetically, the dullness that you were experiencing of not picking this up in the first place, that is what's being removed from you. And as a result, it's opening up space and removing this obstacle in general, so that more loving people can enter your life and shower you with all the love and all the blessings. And I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. It's really what I'm seeing here. And of course, you can always choose to claim it. And I would absolutely claim this for you. And because you absolutely deserve it. I have experienced connections like these a lot. In fact, I'm not sure if this is relevant, but I have I've always experienced connections like this. To be fair, I found out that it feels much more better to be in my own company than these people. And it feels good to be in my own company anyway, but I did not reach this level by myself. It was because of these connections, to be honest. Like, these connections where I felt disconnected. And it was because of these connections where I felt so disconnected. These were the connections that helped me come into the space. So I'm not sure why this is relevant, but it's something that is coming through. So if you feel that you're going to feel alone, if you step out of these connections, the truth is you won't, because you'll be surprised that you feel better in your own company. And that is another indicator if you are around the right people or not. The right people will be just as giving as you and not take your advantage. Is also something that Spirit wants to tell you. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, you're not received well, it's because that's the truth. You're not. And if you felt like it took a lot for you to give anything to these people and these connections, that's true also, because there was never a connection in the first place. And it doesn't feel very nice to just do things that you don't want to do. And in this case, being these around these energies, whatever or however it may manifest for you. Okay, so your last cards, pile number 2. These are more advice, closing messages, and just see what Spirit wants to come through with. We have here and now, building blocks, and thinker. If you were drawn to pile 4, it could be significant. I'm not sure why, but it's something that I'm already getting. But regardless, what I see here is that Spirit is really telling you to be in the present. Being here and now means really feeling into your heart and see what it is that you enjoy doing and what it is that you like to do. And know that no matter where you are right now, you have enough. You already have enough. And I feel that for this, you may, if you don't feel this way right now, I feel that you are going to start to feel this way soon, very soon. And it is something that will really change your ability to manifest your desired outcomes in these situations. And Spirit is saying that with this building blocks card here, that you are a work in progress. You're not perfect just now, but that's okay. You don't, by that I mean, you're not perfect just now, yes, but by perfection, I mean perfect in what we perceive the word perfect to be. Because in truth, you're already created perfect. You're already created by the holiest of holy things. The source, God, divine. You're created by that. How can you not be perfect? And I really feel that if that is just a message that I'm picking up with my third eye, that You may be feeling that way about yourself, but that's not true. You're just building your life. You're building up the pieces to create a good life and a good foundation for yourself. You're beginning to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And it's making you think about very important things. Not to get you to overthink, but just very important things that will really help you in this part of your life here. Let me just sit in this energy for a little bit, because I feel like there's something more here. If you have been pacing, energetically pacing, thinking back and forth, like when will the good things come into my life? When will good people come into my life? When will this happen in my life? When will that happen in my life? I feel that Spirit is really saying that it's already right here with you. You're always, you always have that peace within you, by like pieces of a puzzle. Like you have that key information within you. And not to stress and overthink. I don't know why, but I'm getting this message here. Please don't stress. Please don't overthink. Everything is working out for you just fine, even though you're not seeing it right now. Spirit is saying that everything is coming together for you. Don't think about the things that you don't have control over. Don't think about the things that is, Spirit's responsibility to bring together. Your only responsibility is to see what is coming your way one at a time. Just live life where you are. Take one day at a time. Take one step at a time. And know that Spirit will lead you to where you belong. Because I feel that you're worrying about things, pile number 2, that is a little bit out of your control right now. And also, this particular thing that is so out of your control is bringing you a lot of confusion. Like, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? How is 2 and 2 will add to 4 or 5? Like, how is it going to happen? But what I'm seeing here is that is not your job. Your job is just to be here. That is a huge burden of thoughts that you're putting onto yourself, because you cannot control the higher perspective of things. But this building blocks card here is just to reassure you that but things are coming together, just like these blocks are kind of floating. I'm getting this imagery of these blocks coming, laying the foundations on its own. And I feel that Spirit is telling you to be comfortable with living life and being comfortable with things not being perfect right now. Being comfortable with things not being the way that you want it to be right now. Because things eventually, when the whole puzzle piece, the mosaic piece, like when they all come together, when all the blocks have been placed, you're going to be left with a beautiful, beautiful structure, a beautiful puzzle, a beautiful mosaic art that you alone could have never thought of by yourself, that you alone could have never imagined or perceived by yourself. So it will happen, but not the way that you want it to be, and it's because you're not meant to take on that burden. And Spirit is saying that if you really were to think about it, that is a huge burden to take. Why would you even want to do that? That's like the burden of how the entire universe works. That is the burden of making sure that the earth is rotating the way that it's supposed to rotate. It's as silly as that. Not your job. Your job is just to be here, present with yourself, and provide yourself with what you need in each moment. You know, if it could be as simple as taking a deep breath right now, to making sure that you have the dinner of your dreams that you can most probably put together for tonight. So many possibilities, but you will know in your heart what steps are given to you. And these are the steps that you need to listen to come to this place of this perfect creation, this creation itself being the blessing that Spirit wants to hand over to you. But yeah, this is all I'm seeing for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated. I hope it's making sense to you, because when I channel, sometimes it's just really difficult for me to really understand how it's coming together. But this is all I have for you, pile number 2. Sending you so much love, so much prosperity, and I hope to see you in the next one. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here with me. And if you chose this card here with number 5, energetic movement, and this opalite crystal, this is going to be a reading. So today we are addressing and looking at what obstacle is being removed from your life right now. And I want to say that you chose this card, and this card is talking about dancing with the divine, taking the steps with the divine, and being surrendered in your process as you do it, not really question it. And the reason why I'm using words such as surrender and not really question it is because there is a feeling of deep inner trust that all is going to work out for you just fine. So there is a positive, really positive energy and a positive outlook and a positive mindset that I see with this card here, that you just know, you can just feel that if I do this, it's going to work out because I trust my divine. I trust my source, my God. I trust him. And I know that I will never be led astray. Like, I will never be directed in a place where I'm not meant to be. And so this is where that kind of a trust comes in, or that kind of a faith comes in turn when we are in the space of surrender, where we just know that it will work out. And especially with this energetic movement, I really feel that it's not doing it once or twice, or not just about one particular thing. It is like a whole flow of being. It's like a whole process of doing that dance with the divine. So this is what I see so far with the cards, with this card here that you've chosen. But let's see what really wants to come through here. I already have the cards that I'll be using shuffled and ready, pulled for you. We'll be using a lot of tarot first, and then towards the end, I have 3 cards shuffled and ready to see if there are other closing messages or advice or anything else that would like to come through, which we'll be looking at towards the end. But right now, we're gonna see what we have here. So we're starting off with the 6 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Devil, 7 of Wands, Strength, 9 of Wands, King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, and 8 of Cups. Okay, so I'm really seeing that you have a person in your life, pile number 3, that is being removed from your life right now. And this particular person that is being removed from your life, this person is definitely the obstacle that we're talking about in this reading here. And I feel that this particular connection that is being removed from your life has been a long-term connection. There has been a lot of investment that went into this connection. There has been a lot of dedication and effort that went into this connection. There has been a lot of sacrifices that went into this connection. Sometimes the two of you saw eye to eye, but many times, mostly, that didn't happen and that was not the case. And I feel that with this person, you felt like you were in some sort of a cage. Like you don't know whether you can come out of this connection. You don't know whether you could, what you could do about this connection. It feels like a very karmic connection to me if you relate to those terms. A karmic connection. A connection that was just given to you so that you could learn certain lessons. And tough lessons, because a karmic connection, I'm saying connection because it may not necessarily be romantic, although most cases they are romantic. In my case, just saying, it wasn't like I've had one karmic and one family member. That's mostly prominent in my experience, so it doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be family, it could be a friend, it could be so many things. It could be a sibling also, because I have seen examples of a sibling being a karmic connection, or not really, but I felt into that energy before. So it could be anyone, and I feel that deep in your heart you know who this person is. I'm not sure if all of you are admitting to that. So if you're not, I would really like to say that that's okay. Pile number 3. If you are not in the space of letting go of someone you may be karmically involved with, if you're not ready, that's okay. And this is not for everyone. It's a general reading. Some of you are really willing. Some of you are confused. Some of you just don't want to get rid of this person just yet. It's all okay. Because what I see in the spread right here is that the spirit is helping you through it. Spirit is helping you move on from it. Spirit is helping you take whatever steps are needed, just coming in to help you out of this connection, because karmic connections are not easy to get out of. It's not easy to experience. They're very painful. They're very, very painful. They're energetically costly. They take a lot from you energetically, and it spills over all areas of your life. And I really feel that is the case because of this devil energy showing up here in your spread, that it is very consuming. It's extremely energetically consuming. And it hasn't been feeling good to you. It hasn't been feeling like, how should I say it? It's like having the life suck out of you, which means not feeling pleasure in things, not feeling pleasure in food, music, watching a movie, or just in general, just not feeling pleasure is something that I'm seeing here. And I really feel that this feeling of not being abundant, I feel that this connection, the way that it's energetically impacting you, is also impacting your finances, because it's all energetically linked. It's mostly from your sacral chakra, your feelings of connections, satisfaction, and also money. It's about feeling good, it's about allowing yourself to enjoy these things. And I feel that that is where you may be experiencing a blocked you may be having a blocked experience there, where you're feeling blocked to experience something better than what you're experiencing right now, or even allowing yourself to want to experience something better than what you're experiencing right now. And it's okay if you don't feel strong enough just yet. For some of you, like, if you don't feel strong enough for that, that's okay, because Spirit is really helping you muster up that strength piece by piece, layer by layer. If it takes, I feel that if you have been in this connection for a long time, you have already developed a lot of strength, and you are continuing to develop strength and the lessons that you need to learn. Walking away from habits that are not good for you. Walking away from being being stepped on, walking away of being someone's doormat, walking away from being a pushover. I think that's the word, like when somebody tries to bully you, when somebody tries to come at you with something that is not appropriate. And I feel that what I'm really seeing here is that you beginning to realize what is appropriate for you and what's not, what the kind of treatment you deserve versus the kind of treatment that is absolutely unacceptable. You are so much more worthy of what you're receiving right now. And that is the gist of what is coming in to remove this obstacle from your life. Because I feel that this person, this connection is in your life to fast track these lessons, so that when you move out on the other side of this connection, it's going to bring you abundance, a lot of abundance. And it always doesn't have to be in the form of money, although it's very natural for it to manifest in the form of money. But it could be better connections, better relationships, a better home environment, or just a better home, and a lot of things that will reflect materially, because you have learned the lesson, or you're in the process of learning the lesson that no, I'm more than that. I deserve better. And you are more than that, and you do deserve better. And you do deserve somebody looking at you for who you are, like looking at you eye to eye. And I feel that the blessing that's coming to you is actually a strength, the courage, the ability to see things through the darkness, see things through the illusion, see things that are whispering. This person, this connection may be very harmful for you, really, really bad for you, but in such a deep level that it's difficult to see. It almost whispers, it almost it touches you gently and lightly, and it feels nice for the moment, but then it doesn't, and then that one nice feeling is coming at an expense of horrible, 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 horrible feelings of self-betrayal, where you just know deep down on a soul level, on a deeper level, that this is not worth it, it's not for you. But then you're just caught up in this very negative feeling and cycles of these really negative feelings. For a lot of you, if you feel like this person has narcissistic personality, of course I cannot deduct or say anything, because I'm just a reader, but people do embody that sometimes. I feel that that's what you're experiencing, and the main reason for that is Spirit wants you to develop this strength, develop this ability to believe in yourself. Whenever we find ourselves in situations like this, it's always because there are unhealthy patterns or unhealthy attachments with the devil here, where we are feeling very codependent, because we're tricked into believing that they're the only person that can give us a certain something, that they're the only person who can help us with a certain something, that they're the only person who can be this way with us. But not only is this person not being that, and you cannot see that, they're definitely not, that's definitely not true. This person is absolutely incapable of giving you what it is that they're saying that they are giving you. And I feel that these are some very tough lessons that you're in the process of learning. And interestingly, thankfully, this is what's in the process of being removed from you also. With this energetic movement, this card is all about, like I said, surrendering to the divine and dancing with the divine, and just living a life with the divine. I feel that you're stepping into some sort of a spiritual acknowledgement of the divine being there for you. And this would mean being comfortable with what the divine tells you versus what you see out, what you're experiencing in your reality, in your outer reality, because your reality is just a manifestation of how you see yourself to be. When you see yourself to be more than this, you're going to manifest that reality more than this. It's a very tough lesson where you're understanding and beginning to realize that you're the only person who's keeping yourself here. Nobody's really putting you in chains like the devil depicts itself to be, but this card in itself talks about illusions. Those chains and those cages are illusions. You are not this. You're not this. You are your own individual. You have your own feelings, your own thoughts, you have your own anatomy, you have your own way of living, you have your own way of habits, you have your own habits, you have your own thing going. And Spirit is really wanting you to align you with that. And the more you align with it, the more you're going to see that you cannot relate to this person anymore, because you were bonding with this person in a place where you saw yourself to be someone you're not. And this illusion that you have begun to see yourself was planted by this person to begin with. And I'm not necessarily saying that this person has, is a bad person. Everybody has wounds. Everybody acts on wounds. This is like a prime example of hurt people. They need to do their healing, but it's not your responsibility to heal them. Nobody can heal others. And it was also a really difficult lesson. I really feel like sharing this with you, pile number 3. Maybe I'll skip the private details, but it was really there was this one time in my life where I had this profound realization that I could not change the people I love, because it was a time in my life where where my family, like as a collective, like we were going through something together as a family. And I was sitting and I was looking at everybody, and I was beginning to see how every single people around me were making decisions that were self-sabotaging, that was wrong for them, just plain wrong. And me realizing that this is not the first time they're doing it, but I would have never guessed that at a time like this, they would continue to do what they're doing. They would continue to follow the patterns that they're following, doing the things that clearly is hurting them. And I tried to take as much responsibility as I could, but I began to realize that I have a divine limitation. I have a divine restriction. I have a divine boundary, and it wasn't even placed by me. These just exist by the divine for each individual, so that they are able to step into their own power. Like I didn't know I was spiritual then, but I could clearly see a block. But it was not just a block, like something I need to work through. It was a boundary. It was like a wall. And I knew that I had to respect that wall, and I had no other choice, because this wall is created by the same source that created me and created a lot of other magnificent things, and I cannot defy that. I cannot overstep it. I cannot, like, I was little in terms to the magnificence of that boundary, of that energetic space. That is when I truly learned detachment. That is when I was like, okay, so detachment is a thing. That is when I saw it for the first time, like visually. That is the representation that I can give you. And I hope that it brings you the clarity that you need, because this energetic movement, this is a natural way of being for all of us. We all are grounded with spirit, and when we are free of trauma or free of abuse, where we are free of conditioning, we are always in this flow of this oneness with the source, and it's really peaceful. You're not questioning anything. And it's, of course, like that is more, maybe in a more spiritually refined manner of speaking, but this is true for all of us. And I feel like spirit is really wanting you to feel good in your skin, free in your skin, not feel rigid, not feel trapped, because you're not pile number 3. You're not at all. And of course, if you need to see a therapist to help you with that, I would highly recommend and suggest it, because this is just tarot. Like, I'm just reading energies. I cannot help you with the step-by-step actions like a professional can, who have studied their field diligently and got a degree and are here to help us. That is not something that a reader can do. Just reaffirming my limitations so that you know what steps you need to take. But this is what is being removed from you, which is a good thing, which is the best thing. And it is bringing you into a really strong character. It's making you a really strong character. And this character that is that is coming forth, this is what you already are. This is what you've always been. This strong King of Pentacles character is who you are. The obstacles from you being this is what's really being removed right now. Okay, so let's look at your closing cards and see what wants to come through. So once again, these are advices and closing messages. And we have orphaned. This person may have left you abandoned. New life, beautiful, not for you. Yeah, it cannot get more clear than this. First of all, not for you is giving me this message that 1, this connection is not for you. And 2, you're going to become really good at realizing what is for you and what's not for you. With the new life, this is reaffirming that this blessing is coming to you. It really is indeed coming to you. I feel that you're the one that is going to do it on your own. However it is that's going to manifest, but you will be the one to walk away first. You will be the one to really take matter into your own hands and not feel so dependent on this person. With orphaned, I really feel that it's this connection, like it's left you abandoned, and it must, and all of the bad feelings that you're feeling right now, it's not permanent. That is another thing that's coming through, because movement is always moving. Things are always changing. Spirit is saying that this is not permanent. This is not a forever thing. Please remember that, especially when times where it feels like this is my life It's not gonna get better. It will. It's coming through here as a confirmation that Spirit is helping you remove it. It's a big thing being removed, so I completely understand where you might feel like, I don't know if I believe this, but you may feel it in your heart at least a little bit. I'm really getting this message to tell you that hold on to that little feeling, claim that little feeling, give energy to that feeling, nurture that feeling, expand on that feeling, and it will begin to expand, and you're going to watch yourself transform. And it is one of the most beautiful experiences you could ever call for. Once you are on the other side and you have watched yourself and you've gone through this transformation process, when you've seen yourself bloom and blossom, you may even thank this person and this situation, because seeing yourself this way is humbling. It's incredibly beautiful, and nothing compares to the beauty of you watching yourself transforming into someone you completely love and adore and would cherish. And this is what I'm really seeing for you, pile number 3. I'm sending you a lot of love, a lot of light, a lot of protection. Please protect yourself, and a lot of care. And yeah, this is all I have for you, pile number 3. So much love to you once again, really, and I hope to see you in the next one. Welcome to your reading, pile number 4. Thank you so much for being here. And if you chose this card with steadfastness and this sodalite, this teeny tiny sodalite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So you chose this card with steadfastness, and this card is about holding your course and not being swayed by what is happening. This could mean that maybe you're putting an effort into something that is not showing result, or so it seems. Like you're not receiving the right kind of outcome with the efforts that you're putting in. This card is talking about you not seeing that the efforts that you're putting in are actually working. They're actually doing its part to create something. And I feel that this card is also representing you, energetically speaking, as the elephant. Like this, the elephant that Ganesha is riding, rather than Ganesha himself. I'm not sure why that is, but we're gonna look into that. I already have the cards that we will be using today. There are a lot of tarot for today's reading, and I also have 3 other oracle cards that I have in front of me that we're going to be looking at towards the end for more advice and closing messages, whatever that will want to come through. So let's just look into your cards and see what we have. We have the Star, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Wands. Actually, I want to do it like this. I don't know if I did it like that for the other piles, but I'm just gonna follow Spirit. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Swords. The 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. Ooh. Okay. You are disheartened by something right now, pile number 4. I feel that you're putting in a lot of effort into something. I feel that you are pouring in all of your heart into something, and it is not giving you the result that you want to receive. And this thing that you're putting all of your heart and soul into is something that you really, really, really want. The fact that we have the star here, it's something you really want. And with the Queen of Pentacles, it's really something that you want to nurture, and something you want to build, and something you want to create. And sorry about that, pile number 4. The video just cut itself, disconnected on its own, but don't worry, I didn't do much or think much. I just simply changed the position of this card. But I really feel, pile number 4, that this is talking about something that you are really, really wishing and hoping to work out. It's something that you really want to happen. It's something that you really want to nurture. It could be so many different things, but regardless, it's not really giving you the outcome that you're desiring, like the results of all the labor, of all your hard work, of all your effort. It just seems like it feels futile. It feels like it's just being wasted. And as a result, I feel that it's making you feel so anxious and worried that if it's ever going to work out. And I'm feeling that you're also feeling left out by it, that why is it that you want to do it so badly, but when you do take actions and steps towards it, why does it not give you this result that you're hoping to receive here? Why is it not bringing you what it's saying that it's going to promise? And it's making you feel so anxious, pile number 4. So and I can really pick up on this energy. I hope you're taking good care of yourself. And I understand, I mean, looking at these energies, it's like the only thing that's going to make you feel better is things working out, and nothing else will really help you at the moment. And I sympathize and I understand. I really want to tell you that because I'm really picking up on your energies, and really want you to be okay, pile 4. I really want you to be feeling better. But, well, you have chosen this pile because I do feel that this is something that is being removed from your path. So the things that you have been working towards and the obstacles that are appearing as rejections, the obstacles that are appearing as not bringing you the result, or not bringing you enough resources. Like if you're working a lot, maybe it's not bringing you enough money. I feel that these are the things that are being removed from your experience and from your life, because even when you're not seeing what you're doing, I feel that because you want it so much, you're doing this anyway, you're taking these steps anyway, you're doing whatever you can to nurture this anyway. But with this Ace of Pentacles, I'm really getting this imagery that a seed has been planted. It has been planted. You're not seeing it because this pentacle is in the root, so I'm getting this feeling that it's under the soil. And then this Queen of Pentacles is kind of pulling it out from there. And I'm also seeing, I didn't notice this, but there are 2 keys here. One key is on the side and the lock is right here, but she's so depressed or sad, like too sad to even see that she can use this key to unlock that door. But over here with this Queen of Pentacles, she has already opened the door. And I feel that whatever it is that is in the way of you being in this energy to this energy, from being sad and upset to not using the key to using that key, those are the things that are being removed from your path. So it could be self-limiting beliefs, it could be very internal things, very internal energies. With the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands here, I feel that if you're feeling bad about yourself here because of how the outcome is presenting itself to be, those are the things that are being removed so that you can feel so good about yourself that you start to attract, and you start to attract all the attention, everything that you need, the recognition you need in this situation. And I feel that this is what is being removed from your path right now. I feel that it's really mental, it's very internal, and it is this feeling of burden that you have to show up a certain way, or you have to be a certain way, or you have to appear a certain way to achieve your goals, or to achieve this desire, or to gain this whatever this might be. I feel that Spirit is really taking that burden away from you so that you can freely be comfortable in yourself and not care about, I'm hearing not care about how you are perceived as with the Six of Wands, but that's just a light message, like a side message that may not be for everyone. But mostly what I see here is that you're just going to be successful, and you're going to attract that success to you. And whatever it is that's blocking you here is what's being removed. Now, it could be a physical manifestation of something literally in your path, like you have to do a few things to get to this level. If that's the case, I feel like you're being given the strength to do that, strength to take on that load of work to get to that point. I feel that the strength of stepping up, the strength of leveling up, I feel that what is coming your way is you are becoming someone who aligns with your dreams rather than who you are right now, or the way you are right now. It's not going to get you there, but there is a learning process happening. There is a growth that you are experiencing right now. So this is giving me growing pains, and just really experiencing the low before the high. It's really this feeling of starting something and being rejected and rejected and rejected until something finally clicks and you're like, oh, I should actually do this. Maybe I should do that. And you start to take matters into your own hands, and you start to attract rather than chase, and become really masterful at it, become very good at it, become very you at it, like, you yourself. And that is going to attract so many people because they're going to be so interested in how you did what you did and how you do what you do. It's going to really bring a lot of fame also, if that's relevant, a lot of attention. And you're going to, something about your personality, the way you put yourself forward, the way you carry yourself through this process, it's that in itself is going to attract a lot of, it's going to make your way to attract a lot of abundance. Like, it's what I'm really seeing is a path being opening up for you, an opportunity coming to you, but you are the one that's creating most of the opportunity that you already have. Spirit is saying that this idea or this wish in itself is the opportunity. because it came out of nowhere for you. Because we have the Ace of Pentacles here. It came out of nowhere for you. And it's because it needs to manifest, and it will do whatever it takes for itself to manifest, kind of like a baby. When a baby is inside of you, the baby does whatever it can to get its mother to keep it alive, you know? I feel like that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here. That, don't worry, pile number 4, it's going to work out. It will absolutely work out. And it will work out with flying colors, with this Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands here. And you'll feel a lot of peaceful as well when you're on the other side of it. And I feel that there will be a process of surrendering in, you know, as you go about this, but you're going to like it. You're really going to enjoy it. I feel that there is a change and a shift in energy that's also coming here to help you boost yourself, help you take this burden. Oh, I understand why the elephant is more prominent here than Ganesha, because you're coming in with the elephant energy where you already have the blessing. You are the one that's carrying your blessing to reality. You're the one that's carrying your blessing to fruition because you already have it with you. I also get that representation with this Five of Pentacles here, where you already have the key, but it's this feeling of being so disheartened by things not working out right now. And that's okay, pile number 4. It's not because it's not meant for you. There is just something here that you need to take care of. And Spirit is giving you all the strength to take care of that right now. And so that you can take care of this thing that you need to take care of is the obstacle, which is being removed. And it's going to be removed through you. Interesting reading. Very interesting reading. Okay, so your last cards, pile number 4. Once again, these are advice or closing messages that would like to come through. We have chaos and conflict. We have community. And we have to be fair. Firstly, I feel that you're being very unfair to yourself, and I feel that you know it, pile number 4. Maybe you're putting on so much pressure on yourself about the situation, which is really unfair, and almost out of context. It's not supposed to be that way. I feel that with this chaos and conflict card also, that you're taking on more internal conflict that there needs to be there. Whatever it is that you're doing may involve community, because we do have the Six of Wands here, but I'm also seeing that you have a lot of support around you in your community, or just people that you know of could be a great support to you. I'm also getting this feeling of role models. You may have some good role models around you that you could use to help you with things. It doesn't really mean that you are going to be exactly like them, but what you see in them is what you have within yourself. So it does amplify what you already are, but you're just seeing it in another person who is carrying it out in a way that you recognize, because that is something that is within you also, that is wanting to come forth and come out. I feel that with this chaos and conflict, you may be attracting, if you're attracting more situations where there is just people being unfair or dramatic, or conflicts, or just people being rude to you for no reason, unfair to you for no reason, it's just because there is this energy within you that is attracting that, and that energy is your inner conflict. So when you come, like, Spirit is telling you to come into this realization that this inner conflict doesn't have to be there, because it's only happening because you're being absolutely unfair to yourself, because where you are right now, you cannot possibly expect yourself to be where you're going, but you will get there regardless. But you will not get there by being unfair to yourself, being rude to yourself, not being nice to yourself, because the Nine of Swords can also talk about invasive thoughts, not being so gentle to yourself. But yeah, Spirit is just saying that it's okay. You don't have to be this way to yourself, because this obstacle is being removed. It's clearing out, and just let that happen. You will do it. You're going to receive everything that you need from the divine. You're going to receive everything you need from the source, because this dream and this ambition that you have, it wants very badly to manifest itself. So this is all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope this reading brought you the clarity you needed. I hope it resonated also. And I'm sending you a lot of love, so much power to you, and so much blessings, so much strength. You can absolutely get over this. I really don't see why not, because you are the Queen of Wands. You're just stepping into it, and you're also the Queen of Pentacles. You're just in the process of stepping into it, and you are already you already have this Six of Wands kind of thing going for you, because Spirit gave you this idea. It didn't give anyone else. It only gave it to you. So believe in yourself. Okay, so this is all I have for you, pile number 4. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next one.